Good morning, ladies and germs, and happy almost New Year. 2023 was a lovely year full of misery and hardship for us all, but at least I got a degree out of it, so I can think of absolutely nothing better to do with this time than to completely disregard the entire year as a whole and instead look at games that were released in 2022, and definitively award the best of the best of the best of them, judged by nothing except for my own opinions and the universal understanding that my word is law. Yeah, and with the short formalities out of the way, because oh my goodness, it really did take me to the end of 2023 to create this video, which I started planning for in 2022. Let's make this twatting list. I decided to start off this little list here by appreciating the often overlooked aspect of music in games, as they typically never show up on award thingies like this like they probably should. Now there's been bare games released that have some pretty great soundtracks like Sparks of Hope, Kirby and the Forgotten Fact that this game actually came out, and Pop Up Travels Through Time. But I could do a cop-out answer and give the award to the, yearly annual Taiko no Tatsujin game that came out this year, but most of those songs aren't actually specific to that game, and I'm pretty sure none of you people even know what Taiko no Tatsujin even is. Or you play 200 hours of Osu and recognize the little things from the game. Yeah, I mean, Osu in of itself is just Elite Beat Agents on PC, so I mean, come on. Anyways, I digress. The award goes to either Free Hopes or Splatoon 3 in my mind, because ironically enough, both of these games have 3 in the title, but as Free Hopes consists mainly of remixes from 3 houses, I'd rather give the award to Spoon 3, because while it does have remixes of old songs in it, it gives most of them a fresh new spin and an entirely new arrangement or genre, and it really takes good use of the inherent theme of Splatoon 3 being chaos. So the game really says bollocks to the consistency of it all and just incorporates whatever ideas the sound design team had and then puts that into music, which I quite like. I think that's quite cool. I think the best way that they show this off is with Anarchy Rainbow. Each part of that song has 3 different variants of it, all in its own different style, and yet somehow when it comes together it all melts into a really, really nice song. I think it's pretty cool that they can figure out a way to do that. It's really impressive, and I have like zero musical knowledge, so for me this is like, whoa, this is like Beethoven 2005, you know? In my opinion, I really cannot find a game that I played that gave me the best sense of fun and freedom whilst doing both the stuff the game asks you to do, and also just messing about in the game like you're playing Gmod Sandbox. That is, except for Sonic Frontiers. It's just really fun, it's fast, it's addictive. Sure, the art style makes people a little bit confused, but realism in Sonic has been tried before and often worked. It's just not this exact style of hyper-realism. You know, things like Sonic Adventure 2 or Unleashed, those are pretty realistic graphics for when the games came out. I mean, have you seen Professor Pickle's nose? That man, he's got a big schnoz. I mean, come on. The point is, it's got a great sense of adventure, it's really fun and, I mean, it's very similar to Shadow of the Colossus, people have said. But I enjoyed the thrill of running up the Titans and just doing cool supersonic stuff. It was fun, and I think that's everything a game needs to be. Also, I should probably mention the fact that the music is also incredibly good, but I feel like I probably also shouldn't give this the Best Music Award, because there'll probably be a few people in the comments screaming at me for giving a Sonic Game 2 awards in an awards-like video. I know this is a bit of a weird title, but it's being given to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. First off, because they think that they can still get away with charging us the same amount of money, 60 squid oinkles, for the same game, twice over. But you know, it's the year of our Lord 2023 and they are still pulling this shit. Anyways, I give them this award for the most egregious case of brand loyalty I've ever seen. These games are terrible. let's be totally honest with one another. These games are bad. They're fun, but they are bad. You can enjoy a game despite them being bad, but these games are not very well made. I mean, one of my favorite games is Spore, and that game is just, I mean, have you played that game? It is, ooh, it's not good. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make here is that I don't particularly appreciate how Game Freak is treating the people who actually are loyal to their franchise. They're giving them subpar, disgusting slop that could be easily shouted out by any competent game company. But I think that there, I was going on another rant, that right there tells you everything you need to know. Game Freak isn't competent. They don't know how to make games, really. They only make Pokemon, and like, Every 5 or so years they'll make a different one-off franchise, like Hypno Night, or whatever it was called, Rhythm Night or something. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was good. That was actually good, I'll be honest, I actually liked that one. But my point still stands, they only have Pokemon and they know they don't need to try for Pokemon. So they'll make just something, you know, for a year, release a few new Pokemon, sell it out to the masses, and then they'll get so much money that it makes you wonder why anybody even tries with any creative endeavours anymore. Using a little bit of hyperbole, obviously, but I just want the fans of this franchise to get a game that is actually good, can be called good, straight up, without having to be followed by the word but or considering, you know, just have a good Pokemon game. Arceus was okay, I'll be honest, it wasn't great. I think it had a lot to be desired, but at least it was in a step in a decent direction. But yeah, as I said, Pokemon fans deserve more. Game Freak should be ashamed of themselves for releasing this in the state that it was, and this game is a detriment to society, and while it may be fun because the core formula of Pokemon is fun, the fans of the franchise deserve way better, and I look forward to the day they learn to spell and learn critical thought to ask Game Freak for a better game. The results for the choice of the best indie game will not be told by me, but instead by my dear friend Endic, who adores all games released, especially indie games made in the year 2022. Well, shit, I don't know, fuck it. Give it to I was a teenage XM whatever it was called. I never played it, but I heard on the streets once that people really liked it, and like, I'm not even joking, I literally went on the streets, I was walking around London, and I heard someone say this game was good, and I looked it up, and it seemed alright. When it comes to the best RPG, you would expect me to say Elden Ring, which was one of the most critically acclaimed action RPGs known to mankind. However, this is my list, and I don't conform to the whims of the masses. As for my money, the greatest RPG that was released in the year 2022 would have to be Live Alive, or Live a Live. I mean, I've been calling it Live a Live since I first found out about the game like 6 years ago. But apparently it's actually pronounced Live Alive, so that's a new one for me. Anyways, this isn't to say that Elden Ring is a bad game, but Live Alive was the game that stayed with me the most after beating it. Every part of the game was fresh and unique from both other, parts of the game itself, but also other games in the genre entirely. I've never seen an RPG do the things that this game has done before or since. And I can't say that about Elden Ring because it's another Souls-like game, and you already have 5 others in there. There's like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, 1, 2, 3, and I guess the original Demon Souls, then Bloodborne. They're all good games, it's just, I've seen this before, and I haven't seen anything like Live Alive in ages, except for I suppose Chrono Trigger, but everyone likes Chrono Trigger, but you didn't play this game, did you? Yeah. But yeah, the point is, if I can say that I haven't seen anything this game has brought to the table before or since, and it's about a remake of a game that came out in 1994, that should really go to show you just how special this game is, don't you think? I think that's all I gotta say about this game. It's amazing. Please go play it. If you're gonna play anything, play this, except for this one that's coming up now. That's also a really good game, and no one else play it. The Best Port Award goes not only to the best alcohol I had in 2022, also the release of a game on a platform or hardware in which it just makes sense. It makes you wonder why this game was never on this platform to begin with. Things like Pikmin 1 being on the Wii, or Sunset Overdrive on the PC, because I'm gonna be honest, that game was pretty chill as well. And I'm not hiding it, this entire video is my way of telling you to play Neo for World Ends With You. This game is now on Steam, it's a masterpiece in every sense of the word, and nobody bloody played it. I mean, Squeenix doesn't advertise anything, but like, oh my goodness, it was pretty poor with the advertising for this one. Unlike other games where they are referred to by critics as actual masterpieces, but in actuality are some form of spunk gargle wee wee that has all the passion and soul put in it as a grey sock. Neo 20, to use the abbreviated form, is a colourful, wonderful, has beautiful music, slick style, amazing writing, and for all intensive purposes could have saved me from committing suicide because I love it just that much, and it is an amazing masterpiece of a game. It actually makes you care about the characters. It has a really fun and engaging story with an impactful final act that makes fans of the franchise giggle with glee. And yeah, alright, Rindo's a little bit of a neek, but he's endearing and that's all you can really ask for it in a main protagonist of a game. So go play it, please. What is the best game released of this year? of not current year, but this year, which I'm talking about now? Well, to me, there's only one real clear answer, and it's Live Alive. And you might be asking yourself, can I really give a game that was released in 1994 the Best Game Award of 2022? Have we really not progressed since then? And I'd say no, we haven't. This year sucked. Fuck you, this is my list. Piss off now, I want to go off. I'm tired of this now.